Good morning, students. In last class, we discussed about some of the rules and also I discussed that some important terminology from inheritance, that is from heredity. Now we are going to discuss about the principles, what is derived by Mendel. For that, how he proved that we are going to discuss under Mendel's experiments. First experiment is monohybrid plants. Monohybrid cross. So already in definitions and terminologies are here that what is monohybrid means. So already we know that monohybrid means while studying the inheritance, if you take only one character or only one trait, that is called as monohybrid. So that is we are going to discuss under monohybrid cross. So already we know the definition. Is it or not? So what is monohybrid cross means? When inheritance is studied, only one trait or characteristics is studied. That is called as a monohybrid cross. So for this monohybrid cross, so what did he conducted under his experiment? So under that, where inheritance is studied. Inheritance is studied. What is studied? Only one trait. That is called as monohybrid, and crossing of only one character or only one trait, that is called as monohybrid cross, which was experimentally proved by Mendel. So now we are going to discuss. So for the monohybrid cross, Mendel selected a plant which is having only one character, and another plant is having the same character which is recessive. So what he did, he selected a plant which is having tall in nature. One plant is selected is tall in nature, and which he allowed to pollination. Cross pollination is carried out. So this is capital T and another plant is with a small t, and this is called parent generation. Parent, these two are parent generation. So in parent generation, the capital letter is always male. This is the male gamete, male, and this is the female. Now what is happening here? So from this trait, a pair of allele, as we know that the pair alleles are always found in a pair. From this pair of allele, what is happening here? The traits or alleles are going to be separate, and which is donated to each gamete of the forming new species. And here also same thing. Each allele is given to the gametes. So capital T to one gamete, another here also to another gamete, and this is also the same way. After this, these form are called as gametes. So what is happening here? During sexual reproduction process, what we have seen that the zygote is formed by the fusion of male gamete and the female gamete. Now this is the male gamete and this is the female gamete. The male gametes are produced from the pollen. Why? Because he observed in plant. So from the pollen the gametes are formed, and here also from the egg cells. Why? Because of female. So the ovaries giving, that is the egg is giving one allele to each gamete, and this is also the same thing from pollen grain. So what is happening here? As we know that the male gametes are produced from the pollen grain. So one gamete is receiving or attaining one allele. Now what is happening here? So this we can show directly by the cross pollination in these two. In these four gametes, cross pollination we can allow, and directly we can show them in checkerboard. So first let me see how the crossing is occurring. So what is happening here? So the gametes are going to exchanging. So this is going to be crossed with this one and forms a pair capital T small t, and this is again going to crossing with another small t, another gamete capital T small t. The same as this also going to be crossing with this one capital T small t pair, and the same thing this is also going to be crossing with this one capital T small t pair. So if you observe here, we have taken complete pure tall plant. What is pure tall? What is homozygous means? As we know that homozygous condition means what? In a pair of allele, both alleles are same. If you take capital T's, both are capital letters. Now this is homozygous or heterozygous condition? Homozygous. And what about this one? It is denoted by small letters. But is it is heterozygous condition? No. Even though it is small letters, but both the alleles are same. They are not different. So what it is called? It is also homozygous. So when two pure, complete pure parents are pollinated and offsprings will be not pure, they are heterozygous in condition. See, the capital T is paired with small t. All the four gametes which are formed here in F1 generation, all are in a not same pair. They are in which condition now? Heterozygous condition. Now the pair is how it is, dominant pair or recessive pair? It is always dominant pair. So what is happening here from the parent? The newly formed offsprings are F1 generation is called, and F1 generation is nothing but first generation. So filial 1, filial generation 1. So how are these offsprings are? So offsprings are formed in F1 generation. They are heterozygous dominant in condition. Why it is called as heterozygous dominant condition? So here we have taken as completely pure form of tall and pure form of the dwarf, that is short plant. When these two are pollinated, after pollination, what is happening here? We didn't get either completely pure tall or we didn't get completely pure short plant. But what we got in F1 generation, we got the mixture of tall and short allele, and the offsprings all are heterozygous dominant. This is what you can see in F1 generation. So physically, means by seeing, for example, this is one tall plant. This is tall plant which is crossed with short plant. For them is shown as capital letters, and for this short plant we are shown as small letters. Now cross pollination is occurring between these two plants. So what is happening here? So all the plants which are formed here, how the plants are formed here? All are tall plants are formed in the F1 generation. How many plants are formed in F1 generation? Are tall. All are 4 plants are formed. They all are. What is the condition? From cross pollination of tall plant and short plant, we have seen that all the plants 4 are, how is the condition? Tall in nature. That is physically by seeing we can say almost all plants are tall. But genetically, genetic composition, that is which genes are essential in the formation of tall plants. So what are the genes allele combination we have taken? Tall, short. So for this the complete tall plants to develop, whether pure plant is formed or not, that is it is completely having homozygous condition or heterozygous condition, we don't know. But physically we can't say that, but genetically we can say that what is the nature of the plant which is formed in genotype ratio, that is genotype form of the plant which are formed in either F1 generation or F2 generation or any one generation. That is what offsprings all are tall. What is the condition? Heterozygous tall. heterozygous tall. Why they are heterozygous in tall? Because of they are formed of two different alleles. They are formed of two different alleles. See, capital T with small t, capital T small t, capital T small t, and capital T small t. This is what we can see that in F1 generation. What is happening there? The form offspring or new generation is called as a heterozygous dominant in condition. This is because of the genes are, so the alleles are without blending. The alleles are not crossed with each other. They are separated and distributed to the gametes, and which are formed as offsprings. Here in offsprings you can see that the offsprings are in heterozygous dominant in condition. Why they are heterozygous dominant? Because they consisting of a pair of allele is different. And what is the pair of allele we got in F1 generation is capital T and small t. As we know that a pair of allele is one dominant and one recessive. That is called as a heterozygous zygote or heterozygous condition of the offspring. Now, what is the condition of the F1 generation is all plants which are found in F1 generation, they must heterozygous dominant in nature. The same thing we can show on checkerboard. So, by physically we have seen that all the plants are dominant, but genetically, what is the makeup? What is the genes are playing a key role in the formation of tall plants? That is, one is tall plant coding gene and another one is short plant coding gene. That is dominant gene as well as recessive gene. That is alleles are going to create the characteristics of impure tall plant. Impure tall plant means what? The allele is not a pair of same. That is, it is called as heterozygous dominant in nature. After that, if you want to show this in checkerboard, directly you can show that. So, in checkerboard, so we can take these two. That is the gametes we can take. So gametes are taken here, and here it is male, and here it will be female. So male. For female we can show the symbol like this, and for male it is the symbol. Now, these gametes which are found here, the male is taken here and female gametes are taken. Now same thing, how these two are crossed. These two get crossing and you can see the formation of capital T and small t. And same thing, this T and this T, capital T, small t. And same this and this, capital T, small t. And these two, capital T, small t. This is what we can see that in in F1 generation, all the plants which we got, they are in what condition? Is heterozygous dominant condition. What is the condition? Is heterozygous dominant condition. So now in F1 generation, totally how many plants are produced? 4 plants are produced. How many plants are produced? 4 plants are produced. So, if the plants which are formed in F1 generation, is they are completely tall or completely short? What do we got in F1 generation? So, the F1 generation, all the plants which are produced in here are tall plants. Is there any short plants are produced here? No short plant. All the plants are produced here is tall plants. Now, phenotype. So, the ratio which is formed here, the ratio which is formed in F1 generation, phenotype, by seeing the plants. Pheno means the physically apparent. So, physically the plants are, how they are looking? Tall plants. So phenotype ratio. Phenotype ratio. So phenotype means how many plants are formed here is totally 4. Out of 4 plants, how many plants are tall? How many plants are short? Is there any short plant in the F1 generation? No. All the plants are in which nature? They almost are tall plants. So how many tall plants are produced in the F1 generation? 4 tall plants. 4 is 2. How many short plants are produced? No short plants. So means 0. So 4 is to 0 is the F1 phenotype ratio. Next, genotype. Genetic composition. What are the genes are playing, or what is the pair of allele that is playing a key role in the formation of these tall plants? So genotype ratio. Genotype ratio means genetic composition. See, for the formation of 4 tall plants, what is the pair of allele? Whether it is completely pure or whether it is this form or it is maybe this form. Out of these, which form of the allele is playing a key role in the formation of tall plant? So, if you take the formed plants, all we got is completely heterozygous dominant in condition. There is no completely pure tall plants are not formed, and pure short plants are also not formed. And what is formed here is completely heterozygous dominant plants are formed where there is no recessive plants, means no short plants are formed. So how many plants are totally formed here? Genotype also 4 heterozygous dominant, but there is no pure dominant or pure recessive nature. Only one nature we got is pure heterozygous dominant. How many plants are found here? 4. Then this is heterozygous dominant. First letter is heterozygous dominant in genotype ratio. And is there any recessive character, that is any short plant is formed? No. So 0. So in F1 generation of plants which are formed, the ratio in phenotype is 4:0. At the same time, genetically, the composition of the 4 tall plants, they are in heterozygous dominant in condition. And what is the ratio? Is 4:0. This is what we can see that F1 generation. The same thing, what we used to do is self-pollination of F1 generation plants. So what is the F1 generation plants we have? Capital T, small t. Almost all plants which we have, all are same pair of alleles present. One is dominant and another one is recessive pair is present. That is what we are going to discuss in F2 generation. What is happening here? So in F2 generation, how we F2 generation we are creating self-pollination. Self-pollination means what? The plants which are formed here, capital T is what? That is totally heterozygous tall plants which are formed in F1 generation. That plant itself self-pollinated. So that plant pollen grains is transferred to the on the same plant. That is self-pollination. So what is we are going to do for F2 generation is capital T, small t is F1 generation plant. It is self-pollinated. Self-pollinated. It is self-pollinated. This is the male and this is the female. And what we are going to do is F1 generation self-pollination. F1 generation selfing or self-pollination we are going to carry out. So as usual we have seen that separation of allele, capital T, small t, capital T, small t. Now what will they are called? Gametes. Gametes are formed. After gametes formation, what is happening here? Exchanging of allele is going to be occur. So male, female, these two alleles, as we know that zygote formation how is occur? Fusion of male gamete and female gamete, that is nucleus is going to be exchanging. There the genetic material is exchanging. Here also from these two are going to be exchanged together. Now what is happening here? Crossing in between. Capital T is crossing with this one, and capital T one pair will get, and the same thing is also going to be crossed with this one, capital T, small t. The same thing is also going to be crossed, capital T, small t, and here we get small t. This is what we got F2 generation. So F2 generation we have got. So in F2 generation, what is happening here? From self-pollination of F1 generation, we have seen that segregation of alleles. Alleles are segregated, are separated. So after separation of alleles, we know that exchanging of material is going to occur. So in F1 generation, what we got? From the parent, complete dominant, complete recessive condition, we got heterozygous dominant. So in F2 generation means next generation, how we should get either in this form, that is either completely heterozygous dominant condition, or completely either all should be either dominant, pure dominant, or pure recessive, or this condition should get. But in F2 generation, what we got is, see, pure tall. What is a parental condition which is not expressed in F1 generation is expressed in F2 generation. And also the F1 generation is also expressed in F2 generation. Capital T, small t, capital T, small t, and small t pair, recessive pair also going to be expressed, which is expressed. That is the parent condition character which is not expressed in F1 generation is expressed in F2 generation. That is what. So if any one trait or pair of allele not expressing in one generation, it may be possible to express itself in next generation. That is what the traits, even though they are suppressed or they are not get expressed, 100% chances for them to express next any one of the generation. That is what we can see that. So what is the condition of the plants which are formed here? So that let me represent in checkerboard. Checkerboard. Here is male, here female. So what are the gametes here? Capital T, small t, and here capital T, small t. This is we have taken. Now crossing in between capital T one pair, next capital T, small t one pair, and these two capital T, small t, and this one small t, small t. This is what we got the gametes are, we got the offsprings in F2 generation which are not expressed in F1 generation is expressed in F2 generation. That is we can see. So what is the ratio? Phenotype physically. So physically, how are the plants are? 3 plants are tall. That is, what is the condition of 3 tall plants? One is pure tall. That is homozygous tall is 1. So pure tall. So under that homozygous dominant is 1. Next heterozygous dominant, capital T small t pair is 2 we have. So that is heterozygous dominant. So homozygous and heterozygous dominant we have 2. And pure form, how many we got? How many plants? Sorry, this is what? Derivative ratio. So under phenotype ratio, how many tall plants we got? Dominant form, capital letter is always dominant inside. So how many capital letter pair is present here is 3. So in phenotype ratio, how many tall plants are formed is 3 tall plants. How many short plants? That is recessive form is always tall in nature. So how many recessive traits we have? Only 1. So what is the phenotype F2 generation ratio is 3:1. Next, genotype ratio. So the first in 3:1, 3 represent as a dominant and 1 represent as a recessive. Now in genotype ratio, genotype. Now genetically combination we have to take. Genetically, all 3 plants are not having same pair of allele. That is you have to notice. So first plant, capital T, that is homozygous star. Homozygous star. Homozygous star. How many plants we have? Homozygous star is 1 pair. So 1 plant we have. And next, heterozygous star. How many plants do we have? That is capital T small t pair. How many we have? 2 pairs we have. That is heterozygous. Heterozygous star. That is 2 plants we have. Next, completely dwarf plant, recessive plant. Completely dwarf plant. That is short plant. What is it? Is pure tall short plant. What is the ratio? Is 1. We got only 1 plant. This is what we can see that in F1 generation, which is not expressed, is expressed in F2 generation. And what is the ratio of phenotype and genotype in F2 generation of monohybrid cross? So monohybrid cross, F1 generation ratios. F1 generation ratios, both phenotype, genotype is 4:0, 4:0. Whereas in case of phenotype and genotype, F2 generation 3:1. In genotype, homozygous star is 1, heterozygous star is 2, and dwarf is 1. What is the ratio? Is 3:2:1. Sorry, heterozygous, homozygous star is 1. 1:2:1. Sorry. So homozygous star is 1. Capital T pair is only 1 plant we have. So 1:2. Heterozygous star is capital T small t pair. How many plants we have? 2 pairs. That is 2. And dwarf completely small t pair. How many we have? Only 1. So 1:2:1. So how many number of plants we have got in monohybrid cross is 4 plants. How many plants we have? 4 plants, which you can see that the formation of different characteristics are produced in F2 generation. This is what we can see that monohybrid cross. By this monohybrid cross, Mendel concluded one principle. What is that? Law of dominant. What is that? Law of dominant. So based on this experiment, what we said? Law of dominant and law of segregation. These 2 principles are derived by Mendel based on this monohybrid cross. What are the 2 is? What is the dominant? In a pair of allele, one allele is dominant on another pair. Another allele. That is, one allele is express itself and another one is failure to express. That is dominant and recessive. That is called as law of dominant. What is law of dominant means? In a pair of allele, one allele is dominant by expressing itself on another allele. That is called as law of dominant. In the law of dominance, what we can conclude that first, the pure homozygous condition parent plants are cross-pollinated, which we can produce F1 generation on heterozygous star plants. After self-pollination of heterozygous star plants, the F2 generation, what is happening here? We got the mixture of homozygous plant, heterozygous tall plant, and completely dwarf plant. That is what we can see that. This is called the best example of law of dominance. And law of segregation. What is law of segregation? Segregate, separate. So during gamete formation, from the pair of allele, each allele is segregated, separated. So see, from capital T small t pair, what is happening in this pair of allele? They are going to be separate and distributed to the gametes. each allele is equally distributed to the gametes. So capital T small t pair is distributed and forms one gamete. Here also gametes of formation. This is what law of dominant, law of segregation. Segregation means from each pair of allele, each allele is going to be segregated and distributed to the offsprings or gametes. That is law of dominance means out from pair of allele, one allele is dominant on another allele by expressing itself. That is called as law of dominant. And what is law of segregation means? From the pair of allele, each allele is segregated and distributed to each gamete. That is law of segregation. This is what monohybrid cross. Based on it, law of dominant and law of segregation. And next class we will discuss about dihybrid cross. Based on dihybrid cross, we also derived one principle, law of independent assortment, that we will discuss in next class.